Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Davey Deathray here. How y'all doing on this lovely Saturday? I guess if you're out on the West Coast, it's late afternoon. If you're on the East Coast, it's early evening. And we are here to watch a little Chopping Mall from 1986. I'm excited to watch this one. I've only watched it once, a couple months ago. Maybe it was back in October or something like that. But yeah, this one is, I think, a pretty fun movie. It's only like an hour and 16 minutes with credits. That's amazing. This one was directed by Jim Wynorski, written by Jim Wynorski and Steve Mitchell. And it's got Kelly Maroney, Tony O'Dell, Russell Todd, Carrie Emerson, Barbara Crampton, John Terlesky, who is giving this like shit-eating grin, chewing gum the whole time. And I was like, where do I know that guy from? He is absolutely ripped to shit in this movie, and I recognize him from Death Stalker. I think it's Death Stalker 2. Correct me if I'm wrong. Those Death Stalker movies, I think they're Corman produced movies. I could be wrong on that. Maybe they're canon. Really, really fun, like silly sword and sandal movies. And yeah, I'm excited to get into this one. Now, I picked this movie because YouTube has free movies every week. They sort of rotate through new free movies. So you can watch this one for free on YouTube. They do censor out the boobage. Maybe they censor out a couple other things. I don't really know. I don't remember the movie being particularly gory, so I doubt they cut any of that. But if you have Peacock, you can watch it on Peacock in all of its uncensored, boob-filled glory. There's certainly a lot of that going on for how short of a runtime it sure does have a whole bunch of boobage in it. So yeah, we're going to be getting going on this one here in just a few minutes. I want to say what's up to everybody. I'm really pumped that we got 16 people in here already. That's incredible. You guys are awesome. Sometimes when I pick like a daytime stream, I'm like, oh, I don't know what time to pick it because I don't want it to be too early or right at dinner time for everyone. But I wanted to make sure that our guy Dean Renner could watch along with us as he's getting ready for his shift tending bar, because Dean's one of the good ones, folks. Not sure if you know that yet. He's got a channel called Enter the Cinevault. Boom, right there. Chopping Mall, let's go. I highly recommend you check out Dean's channel. I don't get any kickbacks other than the awesome super chats he sent yesterday. At least the one really big one. Holy cow, Dean. So yeah, what's up, Dean? Hope you are doing well. Just going to say what's up to everybody here really quick. And I do want, before I say what's up to everybody, I want to let you guys know there is a poll in the chat. Not that big of a deal. I'm just curious what you rate Chopping Mall. And so far right now, it's just got 3 and 4 star ratings from the 8 people that have voted. 62% say it's a 3-star movie. That's pretty good when you consider that the Rotten Tomato audience score is just 39% that's popping up here on, on Peacock. And let's see, I don't even know. It's so funny on IMDb. I'm trying to look at the movie and it's giving me this huge ad for Wicked that is covering like the top part of the screen. I can't get rid of it, so I can't even see what they rate this movie on IMDb. But I'm guessing it's probably like a 3 point something or a 4 point something, something like that. So yeah, we do have a poll going on there in the chat. Let's see what else we got going on. I don't think I have any other polls or anything I need to share with you guys as far as what's going on the community tab of the channel page. But I do want to let you know, per our agreement yesterday, we put out a couple super chat goals and you guys destroyed both of them. And so one was to set up an Ask Me Anything, and I went ahead and set that up for Monday. And I believe it's 1 p.m. Eastern on Monday. I'm trying some new times for my live streams because I'm hoping to be able to maybe grab some newer people that maybe wouldn't tune into us later on in the evening or in the afternoon. So just trying to grab some of that Monday audience, maybe people on their lunch break or something like that. Just seeing what that's like. And also I want to make sure that our folks that are across the pond in the UK can enjoy that one, because I know that when we go later on in the day, it's very late over there. So I wanted to make sure that like Gina, aka My Chunky Jordy, can tune in and check out the Ask Me Anything. And guys, if you want to get in a question early, that way I can sort of prepare and have those questions lined up. It'll be maybe a little bit easier for me to hit some of those, and to maybe even to think on some of those a little bit. So when we hit that stream, I'm ready to go and answer your questions. So guys, please feel free to jump into the stream, hit that notification bell so you don't miss it, and drop your question in the comments. Don't put it in the chat, put it in the comment, or you can leave a comment on the community post that I put out there on the channel page. You know, either one, I'll be checking both of those out and taking note of those questions. And of course, when we go live, you can certainly ask your question or questions at that time. So I'm really excited for that. I've never done an Ask Me Anything, so I'm really excited to see, you know, what that's going to be like. It'll be interesting. I'll probably, you know, if it gets very, very personal, maybe I'll pass on it, just depending on how personal it is. But I'm really going to do my darndest to answer every single question you guys throw out there, of course, as honestly as I can. And you know, I always give you you always get 100% Davey, 100% cotton here on the Davey Death Ray channel. So I just want to say what's up to everybody here in the chat. We got Paula Fitzhenry, one of our great channel members. How you doing, Paula? So good to see you. Of course, we've got Dean in there, one of our great channel members as well. Let's see here. We've got Mike N32451 says, have a nice day. BD. Although I'm guessing that's robots for chopping ball. So Mike N, this might be your first time in the chat. If it is, welcome. Everybody in the Death Squad, make Mike feel very welcome here. Hope you have a great time, Mike, and thank you for joining us, man. We also have Gene Whitcomb. How are you doing, Gene? Did your Rangers end up pulling off that win against my Capitals? I saw that they were up 1-0 very early on in the game, but admittedly, I haven't followed it. I've just been busy, you know, doing stuff for the channel here as the day has gone on. We've got Jordan Decker, one of our great channel members, says, is this chopping mall as dead as every other mall in America now? I think so, Jordan. And I guess right now, if you put a bunch of robots in the malls, it would be perfect for them. They just wander around and do robot shit, and no one would be there to be any the wiser. So there you go. Gene says, I can't say what I think of this movie. I have never seen it. All right. Well, Gene, you can watch on YouTube or on Peacock. I've put both links in the description below, so you can, you know, if you have Peacock, go ahead and jump on over there and check it out. If you have a physical copy, even better. And if you can deal with the boobage being censored out, you can watch it on YouTube as well. And I do want to remind you guys, we have relaunched the spring shop. So if you're looking for any Davey Death Ray merch, we've got multiple designs, multiple lines up there for each one of the shows we do here on the channel. You can also just get standard Davey Death Ray gear. And there is a 10% discount code if you use the code EARLYBIRD, all one word, all capitals. You can get that 10% off at checkout. So yeah, jump on in and watch the movie with us. We got Antonis Andriotis, one of our great channel members. How you doing, Antonis? So good to see you. We got Jamie Hart, our original Death Squad mod and a channel member. She says Chopping Mall gets 3 solid purple hearts from me. Great, that is awesome. That's a pretty good score. I think 3 out of 4 is pretty all right. Cody Snyder says, I'm ready to get somewhere with snow. Really? Even though you're driving and stuff, Cody, you wanna drive through the snow, or you just want to chill out in the cool weather? Since I know Cody was in Texas earlier today and it was like 85 degrees. Right now in the Phoenix area, which is where I'm at, it is 70 degrees and completely clear right now. So a pretty beautiful day out here. Man, for 6 or 7 months in Phoenix, it's really nice. And then the whole rest of the year is very difficult. You got to stay inside with that AC pumping if you can. Let's see who else we've got here. We've got Brooke Scarlett, one of our great channel members and Death Squad mods. How are you doing, Brooke? So great to see you. Love when the mods show up in full force to hang out. Going to Indiana, says Cody. So you might hit some weather this weekend. I know there's supposed to be some sort of Midwest snowstorm going on here this weekend. So we'll see. Big Rod, one of our great channel members, says, hey, everyone, this will be my first time watch, so I didn't vote. All right, no worries, Big Rod. As the movie goes on, feel free to vote. I'll go ahead and leave that poll up as we hang out here this afternoon. I do want to thank everybody that kicked it with me last night for our late night stream. That was one of the most fun streams, we've had in a long time, talking about what scares you in a horror movie. So if you missed that one from last night, you can go ahead and check out the replay and let me know what scares you most in horror movies down in the comments section, of course. Real quick before we really get cruising, Aaron Click had mentioned yesterday that our great, community member here, Raymond Malaber, still going through a little bit of a tough time with his health. So I just want to remind everybody, if you're a spiritual or religious person, you want to say some prayers for Raymond, that would be greatly appreciated. If that's not your thing, then no worries at all. Just send him some positive feelings, some love, just however you do that, just, meditate on that. We got to take care of each other and lift each other up and be looking out for each other as well. So just wanted to make sure to, give Raymond a quick little shout out here before we get going. What's happening, Ashton Luck? How you doing, sir? Hope you're having a great day so far. Thank you so much for joining us. Mike N is full of movie references. Oh, it's full of movie references and homages. All right. Let me, when you guys see the references and the homages, feel free to shout them out. Absolutely. Let's see here. Who else do we got? I just want to make sure I'm not missing any hellos. We got Brandon Collins, one of our great channel members, says, hello, all you fine people. What's up, Brandon? Hope you are doing well. Is that Sackhead Jason there that you're giving the bunny ears? It kind of looks like that, but sort of tough to tell from here. But that's what it looks like. So I'm just going to roll with that. That is Sackhead Jason there making an appearance. We got Necro Mechanimal. Necro made one of the designs that's in our shop, the Davy Science Theater 3000. Necro put together the planet logo. It looks really, really good. Thank you so much, Necro. And he also put together that silhouette with Freddy Krueger. Myself, Necro, I guess you can clarify, is that supposed to be me pointing in the silhouette? I think it is supposed to be me. I'm just going to go ahead and claim that right now. Really appreciate all the, fun thumbnails you've done for, for the channel. And of course, that design for the Davy Science Theater is just amazing. So thank you so much for that. Really appreciate you, bud. We got Tyler Adams. What's happening, Tyler? So good to see you. Hope you are doing well. Who else do we have rolling in here? We got Prince rolling in. He says, good morning, with a little champagne in the morning, huh, Prince? All right. Hell yeah, man. More power to you. More power to you. Well, then, to the cock we go, says Dean. Wow, what did I miss here? You guys are filthy in the chat. There we go. Cody dropped the link for Enter the Cinevault, so go ahead and check out, Dean's channel if you haven't already. All the movie posters in the channel all the movie posters in the movie are Corman films. All right, well, let's keep an eye out for those Corman films. There you go. Another dropped link there for Dean's channel. We got Trisha McMasters. How are you doing, Trisha? Hope 2025 is treating you well so far. It's always great to see you jumping up in the chat. Trisha is one of our Patreon members. Thank you so much for being a member, Trisha. This week, I will be putting together that collector review, so don't you worry. And we got Gina, my chunky Jordy, all the way across the pond in the UK saying what's up. Hope you are doing well, Gina. I'm glad that you could join us for this one. And I think you'll be able to join us for the Ask Me Anything on Monday. Oh, and Mike's got another good one. Angus Scrim is in the movie uncredited. Yes, blink and you may miss him, but I'll point him out. It's really cool that he pops up in here just sort of out of nowhere. Kind of a cool little cameo for sure. Yep, you're absolutely right, Mike. He has a question during that presentation. There's also another actor in there, Paul Bartel. I got the IMDb pulled up, so I am cheating a little bit. But Paul Bartel, I recognize him from all sorts of, I don't know, just here and there from the 80s and 90s. So he pops up there in that same exact scene as well for a little drop-in cameo. I think, one of the investors or would-be investors in the robot technology. Let's see who else we got. Mike wants us to start the movie. We will start the movie. Less talky, more movie. Take a chill pill, Mike. We're going to get going whenever. It is my channel after all, so I will decide when we start the movie. So don't you worry your pretty little head about it. Thank you so much, Jamie. Appreciate you. Let's see here. We got Adrian James. How you doing, Adrian? So good to see you. Hope you are doing well. We got Tom Baker in the chat, says, don't know this movie. Well, this is a great chance to watch it for the very first time and watch it, with some friends. Yeah, why not? The Caps beat the daylights out of the Rangers 7-4. Holy cow. So a game that started out 1-0 ended up in a 7-4 final. That's a pretty high scoring hockey game. Go Caps. Hopefully Ovi scored yet another goal. I know he's nipping on Gretzky's heels right now for that all-time, goal number. Man, is anybody ever going to catch up to Ovi if he ends up beating that record? That'll be crazy. Absolutely. Well wishes and prayers for Raymond. Thank you so much for that, Dean. Really appreciate you, man. Let's see here. Brandon Collins says, I was doing a cast on an actor for a short I made years ago. The cast was for a severed head. Oh, sweet, man. That sounds like fun. Do you still do that, Brandon? Do you still work in the industry or, work doing practical effects? That sounds like a damn good time. Yes, Cody, I do wear the pants in this house. However, right now I am wearing shorts because it might not look like it, but oh my gosh, the lights in here, they create a lot of heat, and I have to keep the door closed because if I don't, then the cats will come in here and jump all over everything. And I know that you guys might think that's kind of fun. But trust me, it's not. Their butts get in the way of every little thing. All right. So we have 21 people hanging out. That is awesome. Let's see here in our poll. We've got 11 votes. So if you're hanging out in the chat and you've seen the movie, please feel free to participate in the poll. 12 votes, 50% give it 3 stars, 33% give it 4. 17% give it 2, and no one's going to give this one a 1 star quite yet. We will see what you guys think as the stream progresses here. Let's see here. Tyler says, I pay for AMC Plus, and this movie looks to have 6 commercial breaks. Lame. Free on YouTube, or Tubi it is then. And hopefully Tubi doesn't have any commercials for you on this one. But if it does, you can always check it out on YouTube. Sending hugs and love to Raymond. Thank you so much, Gene. Really appreciate that. Jordan will be taking his pants off at some point, probably when Barbara Crampton shows up here. There's a really interesting, it's not really like a group kind of thing, but it's sort of like a group kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know if I would feel as comfortable as these couples are in this movie, but hey, more power to them. All right. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything else. The Ask Me Anything on Monday. On Tuesday, I will be on Frank's Media and Reviews. There's going to be a big old panel on there with Cody Leach, Sledgehammer Horror, Haunted Hippie, and I'm trying to remember, there was somebody who just got added today, and for whatever reason, probably because I'm live and I get a little bit of a brain fog when I go live, I'm forgetting the person that was added on there. My apologies. But hop on over to Frank's Media and Reviews. Give him a sub if you haven't yet. We will be talking about our top 5 horror movies of 2024 and our most anticipated horror films coming up here in 2025. So, I can go ahead and get this rolling whenever you guys are ready. Let me know in the chat if you are watching along. Let me know if you're all queued up and ready to go. And if you're watching this after the fact, thank you so much for tuning in. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of Chopping Mall. And whether or not you're watching live or you're watching after the fact, please remember to like the stream, share the channel with somebody who you think would dig this kind of content. Make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell hit if you haven't yet. That way, whenever I go live, which happens multiple times a week, you will get a little notification on that as well. And one last thing, we're going to be bringing Late Night with the Davey back on Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern. Our guy, Happy Sanjo, Mr. Coy, is going to be appearing with me on that episode. We're going to be talking about the thematic elements of Scream that make it such a strong, lasting franchise and what sort of separates it from, other franchises in the slasher subgenre. So I know that Coy is doing his research. rewatching all the movies. I feel like I watch them like twice a year, so I don't know if I'm going to dive in on that part of it, but I'm definitely going to lean on Coy's research and knowledge as we have that discussion on Late Night with the Davy. I'm really excited for that one. It'll be the first time that we're bringing on, like a channel member as a guest, and Coy also has his own channel that he started. So, if you haven't subbed over to Happy Sanjo, go ahead and check his channel out, see what you think, and think about throwing him a sub if you would like. Jamie Hart says, check out the show on Frank's Media and Reviews, and drops that link so you guys can set that reminder if you would like to. Brandon says Frank Riker will definitely be watching that episode. The Scream episode. Yeah, he'll tune into, maybe throw some hate our way. And you never know. Maybe Frank will jump in and check out some of this because of the aforementioned boobage. I know that Frank is a big fan. He and I are sort of right there on that. We're a little lechy on that side. So I dig that era of slashers and horror where you got nudity all the freaking time. There you go, Tom. Yep. There's a link in the description below if you want to use that link. I think it's also streaming on like Shout or something like that as well. Jordan says, I'm drinking some bourbon smashes tonight. These things mess you up quick. I also grabbed a bottle of sparkling wine, so I may pop that cork in a bit too. That reminds me to drink some water here. And I am currently on a detox from booze and cannabis. So I've got a little IBC cream soda in my Poland glass that I'm going to take a sip from. So creamy. I'm a fan of vanilla. People use it in a derogatory way where they're like, oh, it's so vanilla. Man, I think vanilla is a really exciting, fun flavor. I do. I honestly do. One of my favorite, not my favorite ice cream. If I'm at a fancy shop, I'll get some bubblegum ice cream or like some coffee. I also really like mint chocolate chip. I'm a huge fan of mint chocolate chip, but it has to be green ice cream. None of that white ice cream, mint chocolate chip. None of that Breyers, Dryers crap where they take the food coloring out. I want that food coloring in there. But, man, vanilla is probably a very strong third place on that one. We got Herbert Geddes in the chat. How you doing, Herbert? So great to see you. Hope you are doing well. Jordan says, if I quit drinking, I'm afraid I might die. Kind of like that episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where they think they have the flu, but it's really that they're going through alcohol withdrawals. What a classic episode of that great show. Vanilla is awesome, says Brandon. Jamie says Perry's mint ting-a-ling is the tits. I've never even heard of mint ting-a-ling. I don't even know if I've heard of Perry's. Is that an East Coast thing? Yeah, it's Short Circuit, the horror movie. And, per Jamie's insight yesterday, they did come out in the very same year. So robots were huge back then in the 80s, mid 80s. Robots, ninjas, all sorts of fun stuff back then. And watching the movie on YouTube, so I'm ready when you are. Hell yeah, Gene. Ryan Olashow is in the chat. What's happening, Ryan? So great to see you. Hope you are doing well. Perry's is probably local. Yep. I would imagine it's something like that. Regional. We all have our little regional shops and regional companies and regional flavors and regional, pigeonal, schmeeginal. I don't know where that came from. Johnny 5 says those kids won't leave this mall alive. Tyler says my wife's favorite is bubblegum. It's so good, and I love coffee and green mint chip. There you go. I like bubblegum ice cream I don't need the gum in there. When I was a kid, I liked having the gum in there. I just want the ice cream. So I'm going to spit the gum out anyways because it's gross once it's sitting in ice cream for God knows how long. But I do love myself some bubblegum flavored whatever. And Jamie's putting out the feeler to see if Jordan Decker knows what Perry's ice cream is. Okay, guys, let's see here. Put whiskey in my coffee like an 80s detective on suspension with 2 ex-wives and alimony out the ass. Oh, that's hilarious, Brandon. That is awesome. Yeah, it's you gotta roll that way sometimes. We got Aaron Click in the chat. What's happening, Aaron? Great to see you. Hope you are doing well. Thank you so much, guys. I know we were going late last night, and then boom, here you guys are this afternoon to kick it once again. So yeah, links in the description below if you want to watch on Peacock or the censored version on YouTube if you don't have the Peacock or Peacock, as I like to say. And if you have a physical copy, then I'm jealous. and let me know which physical copy you've got. Okay, here we go. So, boom, I'm going to add the little stopwatch there right above my head. So I have the stopwatch stopped at 5 seconds there. And then I'm going to start the movie. And once the movie hits 5 seconds, I will restart the stopwatch. So I am ready to go if you guys are. I'll have another little sip of my cream soda and see what you guys say. Let's see here. Ooh, Herbert, Terrifier 3 for the third time. Yeah, I'm going to have to watch it another time. I really enjoyed Terrifier 3. Hopefully the next movie in the series is just under 2 hours. That's my hopes and dreams for Terrifier 4. I don't care what else they do, just don't make it so long. Mike says the mall has everything: a gym, an auto parts store, a pet store, a paint store. That's how it was in the 70s and 80s. It really was a one-stop shop. Like if you watch Dawn of the Dead, you know, the original Dawn of the Dead, it's man, they have everything in there. They have a gun shop in that spot. So that's just the way I guess they used to roll here. Let's see here. Kevin Ketchy says hot take, but ice cream is better in the winter. Gonna have to make a store run now with all this ice cream talk. Yeah, you know, it kind of, you know, you put something, it's like the whole opposite effect, right? You put something cool inside of you in the winter and it makes it feel not so cold outside. And then in the summer, you eat a bunch of hot, spicy food and it makes you sweat. And then, you know, that sweat evaporates and cools you off in the warmer months. We got Leanna Bevy Rage in the chat. Hope you are doing well. Leanna says, hey, everyone, I'm just dropping in for a little bit. I hope everyone is having a great Saturday. Well, thank you so much for jumping in and saying what's up, Leanna. Really appreciate you gracing us with your lovely, lovely presence. Aaron says this is such a fun movie. Hell yeah. Let's see here. The Perv in Part 2, Friday the 13th Part 2 is in Chopping Mall. Yep. He sure is. Yeah. That is Russell Todd. So very, very close. 2 first names, Herbert. So I'm going to give you the points on that one. All right. Let me see here. Mint chocolate chip is Ryan's favorite. Hell yeah. Sorry, you guys are just really cruising here on the chat. Woo. I'll put on something warm. Never mind. All right, guys, I am ready to get this rolling. Really appreciate everyone's patience as I sit here and blah, blah, blah for now almost a half hour. Wow, it just cruises on by when I'm hanging out with y'all. Yeah, Aaron, unfortunately, that's how it can go sometimes. Although now, man, I just don't think anyone ever goes to the mall. So, yeah, we'll see. Okay, guys, are you ready? Are you psyched? Are you ready? We are going to get this one rolling. Let me go ahead and put a stop to the music. There we go. Ooh, nice and just the smooth, smooth sounds of Davey. Oh, yeah. Okay, folks, so we are going to get this rolling. I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go. And on go, I will push play on the movie. 5 seconds into the movie, I'm going to restart the stopwatch. So I am ready to go when you guys are, other than my nose being all itchy as all get out. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. This will be a nice quick little watch party that we've got cooking for us here today. So let's go ahead and get this rolling. All right. Are you guys psyched? Are you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. There we are. And we have started the timer. Concord Presents is on the screen right now. We got some eerie music. Oh, good old smash and grab. Good old smash and grab. That's why you need the robots to start, you know, zapping everyone. This guy's got a cool look, you know, kind of a mullet a little bit. Oh, here we go. Oh. Pre-Ed 209, right? I don't know if that's going to work. This guy just brings a gun to an empty mall. How did he get in the mall? Yeah, I miss hanging out in the, you know, it's one of those things. It's just part of our growing up, right, Jamie? You know, the world certainly has changed, though. There's a yeah, vitamin shop there. Holy cow. Oh, right in the back. Zzz, zzz, zzz. What a way to kick things off. Drop it. I love that. It says the end. We just get the little demo. We're watching the demo reel. So that was all set up as part of this presentation. Say. There we go, guys. Keep an eye out for Angus Scrim, as Mike says here. Man, the 80s was the decade of hot blondes. Hottie blondes. Yeah. Look at that big hair on those gals. Jordan. I loved how the mall bathrooms were always right next to the subway, made for a unique smell. Yeah. Am I smelling the meatballs or am I smelling something else? Yeah, Antonis, you are right. The foster father is in this movie. That is Garrett Graham, foster father from foster dad from Child's Play 2. There's an original Killbots, the name of the film before they changed it to Chopping Mall poster for sale for $450. Holy crap. It's a bit much for my taste. Paul Bartel and Mary Woronov are reprising their characters from Eating Raoul. I've never seen that one, Brandon. Appreciate I love getting the little tidbits from you guys during this stuff. What's happening, Ryan? How are you doing? We got Ryan Swayze 88 in the house. Hope you're doing well. Yep, good old Dick Miller just popping up in all sorts of movies all over the place. The tried and true Corman staple. Yes, rest in peace to Dick. He's amazing. What's happening? Cruel ZV in the house. Patrick Bateman wearing the cute little headphones with ears. Love it. Hey there, Eli. How are you doing? One of our great Death Squad mods and channel members says, "What's up, Death Squad? Can't stay long, but I just wanted to say hi to everyone. So cool that Cody got to visit you. He shared the pictures of you guys in our Death Squad mod, little chat that we've got going over there on Insta. Really, really cool to see you guys hanging out. Love that Zelda shirt, Eli. Yeah, and I've never seen that one either, but I recognize this guy from other movies. So I wonder what it is I recognize him from. Yep, Used Cars, Phantom of the Paradise. Going to a little party. Hell yeah, Cruel ZV. Thank you so much for jumping in and saying what's up. Feel free to come on back and catch this little commentary and hang out the next time you watch the movie. Do you guys know where they filmed this? Soundtrack's great. I'm guessing this is a mall in the LA area. That's just I always assume that unless they shoot it like I know sometimes they would shoot like in Tucson in the 80s, like Can't Buy Me Love was shot out there in Tucson. What happened with that kid's ice cream cone? How did it get all over his shirt? Licorice Pizza, record store. Yeah, no one's ever gonna recognize that guy that has a giant vinyl on his shirt there. Got the couple making out. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. A little kiss cam action. Oh. Ooh, the mall arcade. Yes. Yeah. That was the Back in the 80s, you really had to compete with adults in the arcade. I think that's pretty funny. Sherman Oaks, thank you so much for the heads up on that one, Brandon. Appreciate you. We got Pat, that Halloween movie collector, in the chat. What's happening? Have a nice day. Thanks for kicking it with us. Oh, yes. Luscious 80s booty. Oh, look at that leopard print bikini. I'd buy that for $1. These bots were apparently the prototype for Kane and RoboCop 2. He had the same grabber tool to make sure he could get a grip on his nuke drugs. Yeah, RoboCop 2, man. Maybe a touch too long on RoboCop 2, but I really, really dig that one. I think Irving Kershner directed that movie. Man, between RoboCop 2 and Empire Strikes Back, a couple of really solid sequels. Oh, there's the Slumber Party Massacre, Lost Empire. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of fun movie posters back there. Oh, they use this mall for Fast Times and Commando. Okay. And Antonis has been there a whole bunch. Oh, and we got my girl, Barbara Crampton. Oh. Hearts in eyes for B cramps. What's your favorite arcade stand-up machine, Jamie? Good times to the max. The 80s dialogue. The chick in the food court made it all the way to the table and then drops the drinks all over. Yeah. Ugh. Davy and Babs sitting in a tree. Oh man, I met her just over a year ago out here at a horror convention. Laid my head on her shoulder and everything, and brought her in and gave her a little squeeze when we took our picture. I think she might have been moved a little bit because she was like, "Ooh, that's a bit too much." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I'm a force. I'm a force to be reckoned with." Yeah, I got you. I got you, Cody. And we have our classic, you know, no big explanation needed here. It's just a lightning bolt hits the thing and makes everything go haywire, and now the robots are evil. So there you go. Jeez, Jordan. Oh, you are a barrel of laughs. Ah, Jamie's favorite arcade stand-up is Mortal Kombat. I have an unholy addiction to Barbara Crampton. Yeah, me too, Pat. But Barbara, and I said this before a whole bunch. I don't know if you've heard me say this before, Pat. Judy Aronson from Weird Science and Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Oh my gosh, I have such a crush on her. Yeah, get a little boobage there. Why not? Yeah, who needs an apron when you've got a sweaty white tee? And you just like, slap whatever, on your shirt. Why not? Put your head on my shoulder. Oh, we've got our first on-screen kill, little piercing in the neck. Dunzo. And I recognize this guy from Head of the Class. He's like the preppy kid in Head of the Class, one of my favorite 80s sitcoms. Love that show. I think that Tony Odell. I think it's Tony Odell. John Terlesky with his gum and his watch. He's going to be just gawking and smiling like crazy. A real candidate for prick hood. Yeah, man. So hot. Want to touch the hiney. Ow! Great women, great hair. The 1980s were sexy. They absolutely were. Grody. Yeah, Grody to the max. We said Grody a lot back when I was a kid as well. Yeah, Jordan. Yeah, the close up on that guy on the first kill. Yeah, very poor heavy. All right, ladies, quit looking at John Terlesky and thinking naughty thoughts, okay? I think there's a scene in this movie that has spiders and it scares me. I love spiders. They kind of give me the creeps, but I respect the hell out of spiders. We would be covered with bugs if it weren't for our beautiful eight-legged friends, the spiders. Spiders and bats. And here we go. Russell Todd, who I always like in Friday the 13th part 2, I'm like, he kind of has a Jacob Dylan look, you know, Bob Dylan's kid from the Wallflowers kind of has that look. Very handsome as well. Aaron says, I know I sound like a dirty, warm blooded man, but Barbara Crampton is a MILF, or at least I think she's a mother. Definitely the ILF part. I think she is a mother. Yes. And yeah, she just looks absolutely incredible to this day. You know, she's in her 60s. And yeah, her and Judy Aronson, I think, are both in their 60s. They look incredible. Proof that you can keep it together, but you know, it takes work. I think I even respect it a little bit more when it's an older person that's in good shape because it gets tougher the older you get, you know? Oh, Herbert, I've never seen After Midnight from 1989. I'll have to check that out. Got to cover the whole Judy Aronson catalog. And is this the chick from Night of the Comet? Which one is it that was in Night of the Comet? Comet. Let me know. Mike, I look at Terlesky and think Quagmire. Giggity, giggity. Yeah, he definitely is just like, I know I'm hot shit. Like it's hilarious. He's if you guys haven't seen Deathstalker, I think it's Deathstalker 2. He's very, very charming. I mean, those movies are really cheesy, but they're, you know, fun. Spiders do get a bad rep, Cody. I like spiders. I've always wanted to have a tarantula as a pet, but never met a lady that would want to be in my life while I have a tarantula in my life. Yeah, I don't know. I've only seen the movie once, so we'll see if that pops up. I can't remember right now. Kelly Maroney. Okay, so Kelly Maroney. Oh, so she is Barbara Crampton's like friend in the food court. Okay. She was in Night of the Comet. Okay. I've only seen that one once as well. Oh, Mary Warrenoff was in Night of the Comet as well. All right. So we got some crossover here. Look at Terlesky, the gum chewing, the nonchalant gum chewing of the 80s. Look at this guy. He's just like the dad's like, I know you're banging my daughter with that friggin' shit eating grin, you bastard. I bet you will. Oh, I'm sure you will. There we go. Hotties abound in this movie. It's already getting too much. My shorts have gotten so tight. Kelly Maroney kind of has a little bit of a mom look, even though I know she's supposed to be in her 20s here. Ooh, yes. Jordan's a tripod already. Focus. Bitchin'. Yeah, like I reminds me of like something Bart Simpson would say in the early days of the show. Mary Warrenov and Paul Bertel were also in Death Race 2000. Oh, that's another one of those Corman movies I haven't seen either. She's topless in that one. Whew. The 80s were a hell of a time. I love it's funny. A lot of people talk about how bad the acting is in this movie. I've read a lot of that, like the really cheesy acting. I think these girls feel like friends to me. It feels very natural. Same shot from earlier, pretty sure. Animated lightning. Love these guys wearing lab coats in their den here. Just random lights up on the wall. It's science stuff, guys. Don't worry about it. Oh my goodness, Jordan. Well, they had it back then in the 80s too. At least something tasteful. I'm such a perv. I've always preferred something well manicured, but something that, a woman should look like a woman, right? No, Tyler, no. Watch on YouTube. I was never able to pull off the big hair in the 80s, not even with Aquanet. I've got some big hair. I just don't let it get big anymore because it's a big old Jew fro that I've got going on. Even though, as far as I know, I don't have any Jewish blood up in me, but definitely got that fro. They didn't have a different room to store the robots in? Even back then, every mall had at least one empty storefront. What does he feel breath from the robots? What is that? What is he reading? I can't tell what he was reading. What's happening, Nicholas Woodall, one of our great channel members? How you doing, Nicholas? Hope the day is treating you well. We're already about a sixth of the way through this movie, or a fifth of the way through it. Ah, they came from outer space. Yeah, he can feel it. What's happening, Field of Screams podcast? Welcome back to the channel and welcome on into the chat. How you doing, Frank? Great to see you, man. All right, second kill of the movie. And we got a full-fledged party hanging out in the furniture store, just getting beer all over the place. Frank, I shilled our stream coming up here on Tuesday night, and I believe Jamie already shared the link in the chat. So hopefully we get some good carryover from some of the folks here that maybe would be new to your channel. Looking forward to that one, bud. B cramps with their dance moves. Ooh. Have you never seen it before, Frank? It's really fun and a really easy watch. It's only an hour and 17 minutes. I've been bitten just by like regular spiders. Never been bitten by I've never held a tarantula or anything like that, Antonis. I just think they're amazing, and female tarantulas can live like 30 to 35 years. So, if you take care of them, you could have a pet for a really long time. That's right. That's right. Boom. There's a link for Frank's channel if you guys want to check that out. If you guys like physical media, that's a channel to dive right into. They are perfect for each other. Such nerdy cuties. Jordan, I need to go to one of these parties. Could you use some bump and grind from a nice lady? Yeah, back when there was a time where I was living in Portland and we had a venue in our basement. We called the venue the Zombie House, and we would do shows in our basement. And one of the times after a show, we had a pants off dance off. So it was like 20 or 30 people in the basement, everyone took their bottoms off and we played some music and had a big old dance party. It was pretty wild. I mean, people were still wearing their undies. Don't get too excited, Jordan. But it was sexy, sweaty, and a lot of fun. Cody dropping the Field of Screams podcast link in there. Go check him out if you haven't already. Yeah, Nicholas, I live out in the Phoenix area, so I get to kill a handful of scorpions every year. The cats are really good at finding them, so never had the misfortune of being stung yet. So knock on wood. You're too sweet, Frank. Thank you so much, man. Do my best not to dominate the conversation and ruin relationships over there. Yes, they get right to it, Frank. They get right to it. This movie has it all, though. Robots, hot blondes, plenty of nudity, great music, a whole bunch of actors that you're going to recognize. Yeah, fun stuff. Look at that. People are subbing all over the place. Boom. Showing some love. I love that. Just make sure the check's in the mail, Field of Screams. I'm just joking. Oh, wow. Little French cut undies here. Look at that tummy. Man, the 80s were a hell of a time. I'm all charged up over here. I don't know about you guys. Look out. Jordan's about to lose it in the chat. We might actually lose Jordan for 5 to 10 minutes. Somebody grab a box of tissues. Yeah. Yeah, there's great chemistry here with the cast. You can tell they all got along, you know, at least they're playing it that way. And here we go. Barbara Crampton's about to do what Barbara Crampton does best. Scatchamagowza. Oh, yeah. Here we go. To be young again. And we got more chesticles going on here. Yeah, I don't, Antonis, it all depends on what kind of film stock they use. I mean, even the Terrifier movies have that like older look, just sort of depends. House of the Devil had a really nice like vintage look to it, but it does take, it's got to be something purposeful done by the filmmakers to use that film stock, maybe even use an older camera or just find an effect to put on in post that gives it that grainy kind of look, Thank you for bringing that up, Frank. I couldn't remember the name of the channel. It had just slipped me because sometimes I forget things when I go live. But yeah, Alex from Beyond the Void is going to be on there as well with Cody Leach, myself, Sledgehammer Horror, and Haunted Hippie. Talking about our top 5 horror movies of 2024 and the horror movies of 2025 that we're looking forward to most. I'm not just watching this for the lady lumps. The lady lumps are, the cherry on top of the sundae. The cherries on top of the sundae. I know. Guilty as charged, Ryan. Hey, you guys are the ones that voted. There was Slumber Party Massacre, also full of boobs. Shaun of the Dead and Frozen from 2010. So you guys picked this one, not me. We run a clean operation here, okay? And yeah, these guys are just hanging out in the same room, getting it on. Like that's not like strange at all. I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay, 1 to 2 minutes, Jordan. I mean, you best, right? I would be this guy stuck with the girl who just wants to watch TV and not get naked in bed. Well, they get a little, they get their smooch on, they just met, Jordan. They just met. Here we go. We got Dick Miller, the legend. Maybe using like clay water isn't the way to go when you're trying to clean the floors, Dick. I don't know. You know, clay water doesn't look the cleanest. Just saying. Those look like 32 C's. Am I right? Maybe, maybe. As thirsty as they come. Davey, after spending this holidays, you might find a bag of pennies in the mall instead of a check. Or in the mail. There you go. Sorry, I got malls. I got a mall on the brain. You're quite all right, man. I want to see that sub count climb for you. It's a reward in and of itself. They just met, the Fogs, Jamie, and Tom. Hold my beer. Oh, it's great. Puffs plus lotion aren't made for this. Yeah, they're made for when you're sick and you don't want to get a crusty nose. You got to hold on to those. And Dick Miller, like he does in so many movies, is about to meet his demise. Or as Quint from Jaws would say, his demise. Celebrating my third wife's demise. No! Oh, you gotta love it. Oh, you got a mouthful of Starburst. F if I know. Ryan. Now who's being naughty? This guy's still chewing his damn gum. Terlesky, a little something for the ladies. This guy he's got it going on. A little cigarette machine, not so bad. I've never seen Street Trash, Nicholas. I've never seen the original, and I haven't seen the. I know there was a remake that just came out as well. I've heard it's like good, schlocky fun, but not like necessarily a good movie. Just good schlocky fun. Yeah, the animated lightning's great, Tyler. Jordan. Oh, Lordy. Will do. Oh, I love it. This movie has something for everyone. Look at that. His pants are unbuttoned. He's totally ripped. There you go. Of course you did, Jaime. The original or the remake, Nicholas? Or both? I need to check them out. Oh, behave. Yeah, we know. Ashton knows what's up. Oh, cool. That's good news on the remake then. I think, is the original one a trauma movie? Seems like it's a trauma kind of movie. This guy's veins are just popping. Is that the same piece of gum? Leslie. Beautiful hair, too. Oh, really? I don't know. He probably just did some push-ups before each one of these scenes, like Henry Cavill from Man of Steel. He's got to check his feathered hair. How are you seeing anything there, bro? Drop it. He chews gum and jingles change? This guy's an '80s, walking cliche. Yeah, cigarette machines were so awesome when you were 13 and needed to score some butts to impress the kids at the bus stop. Oh, he's all tuckered out. Mhm. More French cut undies. Get that side cheek going. What a cutie. The Cavalrine, the legends are true. Still haven't seen that movie, but I know what you're talking about because everything in that movie got completely spoiled. Ferdy. Ferda. What kind of name is Ferdy? What is it short for? Never heard the first name Ferdy before. Ah, the plot. Oh, she's got a booty, Brandon. I mean, it's not like out of this world, but no, it is definitely there. It's definitely there. She's young, as she gets older, it's gonna fill out a little bit more and it'll be great, it'll be great for years. Oh my goodness. Oh, his head's about to fall off. Our pets' heads are falling off. All he had to do was pull the handle on that drinking fountain and soak the bot, and he wins. Yeah, Mike is this movie's Paul. Paul, there's someone in this fucking room. Oh, zapped in the ass. Oh, holy shit. Head explosion. Damn. That's brutal. Just because it's not a noted booty doesn't mean she doesn't have a booty. Yeah. Now she's got no head either. Yep. I don't know about that one, Antonis, but hey, that's just my opinion. If you enjoy the '06 version better, more power to you, man. I like that version. Yeah, better get on it. You have quick recovery time there, Jordan. That's impressive. Oh, the pillows. Yeah, dad is going to be none too pleased that this store is just totally shot to shit. Must have been so much fun to shoot this stuff and the animation of all the lasers and everything. Hey, Jordan, you got some people cheering you on. It's got to feel good. I mean, maybe not as good as the other thing feels, but being cheered on has got to feel good in its own way. Exactly. Yeah, the robots don't mess around and don't waste any time here, Dean. All Jordan hears is Jack Sparrow yelling, "Stop blowing holes in my ship." It's a good one, Antonis. Dope. Just calm your tits down. The air duct. The air duct. Yeah. Bzzzt. Little plastic explosive. Don't mind if I do. Go, Susie, go. Thanks for the reassuring look, Birdie. They got Pabst, they got Budweiser. Saw some wine coolers in there earlier, probably Bartles and James, maybe. I don't know what the other, popular wine coolers were at the time. Music's awesome. Come on out to the coast. We'll have a few laughs. Seagrams. Yeah, Mike, there you go. Jeez, Jordan. It may be a bit too cream colored to be what it is you're thinking. Not only are they so clean in movies, Brandon, but the air ducts are like very spacious and load bearing in movies. There you go. Yippee-ki-yay. Wow. B-Cramp's face is really sweating up a storm there. Peck and pause. That's a cool little reference there. Ferta boys. There you go. Just like in Dawn. It's got weaponry in the mall. Load bearing. Those girls are all load bearing. Ayo. Yep. Exactly, Mike. Yeah, Field of Screams podcast. Well, they knew in the 80s and 90s that the hero was going to crawl through them, so they built them that way. I mean, even in Who's Harry Crumb, one of my favorite comedies from the 80s, there's a scene where John Candy gets in one of those. John Candy. There's a sign back there from Martin Lawrence Galleries. Dude was an art dealer before he was a comedian. Yeah, they would have to know what they're doing. Watching Dirty Harry 24 times wouldn't teach you that. These guys aren't even trying to hide behind anything. It's out in the open. What an asshole. This would have made a cool video game. A little Lethal Enforcers Area 51 style game. A little time crisis action. Man, this movie just really cruises. I mean, they're already like in most movies, they would sit around and cry and formulate a plan. In this movie, they're just like, no, we're just going to go get it. She is losing it. Shoot it like a million more times. I don't know. Did they have armor piercing rounds in mall gun shops back in the day? There you go, Brandon. Retro Realms could do a side scroller for this. That would be fun, man. little survival horror chopping mall game. It's going to be the 40th anniversary here in 2026. They should get on that. They could do Retro Realms, could do Chopping Mall, and Friday the 13th Part 6 Jason Lives video games could be really fun. Although with Friday the 13th, ain't nothing happening there. Yeah. Yeah, Tom, I don't know how much you've hung out at the channel, but I'm always one of the biggest things I'm going on about incessantly is movies that waste your time or movies that I feel waste my time. And I love a movie that just gets moving and knows what it is, right? Sometimes movies do need to be longer to tell their story, but not all the time. Yeah. Yeah, there probably would be some air moving through there, huh? They'd be freezing the bows off. Mike, I've never seen the stuff. I know what it is. I've just never seen it. Used to see it at the video store, you know, the VHS cover and everything back when I was a kid, but never saw it. Nearly as cheesy as this one. All right. If you keep on pushing it, it'll go faster. Oddly enough, he said the same thing when he was getting it on with his lady back in the furniture shop. They marketed this movie as a slasher, and I remember being shocked that the villains were robots. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of a different style slasher. Cyber slasher. Yeah, I'm glad you're digging it, Gene. Hell yeah. Victor Miller and Sean Cunningham will have to die in order to get their heirs to come to an agreement. Yeah, and hopefully it happens then. There's some bad blood. Yeah. They just do not really care about the fans, unfortunately. It's not where their heart is. Victor Miller and Sean Cunningham need to have a chat with Malik Akkad about how you take care of your fans and show appreciation and respect the IP that you're in charge of. Yeah, 3 Sarah Connors right here. Years before she would do anything, really, right? She doesn't really do anything in that first movie. T2's okay. But let's be honest, The Terminator is so much better than Judgment Day. Come on. Like, if you think Judgment Day is like a all in all better movie than The Terminator, you just haven't seen The Terminator enough. Berta. Oh, damn. Again, love the music. It's so fitting for the robots. We told you ladies to go to the friggin' parking garage, y'all. Yeah, man. Ashton, I'm not very hopeful either. I mean, Jason's like 77th birthday is coming up here in June, and maybe we'll have a trailer by June 13th, 2025. Maybe. I just want Robert Eggers to go back to making original creative ideas of his own. I know he was working on Nosferatu for like 10 years, and you know, he directed a stage version of it when he was a kid. So I get him doing Nosferatu, but The Witch and the Lighthouse are where it's at for me with Eggers, and I just wish he would, you know, keep on rolling that way, but that's not how it goes in Hollywood. Once you become a thing, people just want to attach you to other properties that they want you to buoy up, you know. I think Labyrinth is amazing. I would love to see You know, not maybe not a remake, but just another story in that world would be really, really cool. But again, like with a lot of properties that they bring back, I think they should use up and coming talent to make those movies. Let somebody like Eggers, you know, do his own thing. But whatever, if it's what he wants to do, then you know, the guy is young and very successful and really, really good at what he does. So I did White Bat audio score this movie. He probably has some really similar stuff. Love that guy's music, man. Use it for every single one of my videos. What's happening, Tiana? Thank you so much for kicking it with us here. We are wow, we only have like a half hour left of this movie. This movie just friggin' cruises like no one's business. Thank you so much for joining us, Tiana. If you want to watch the rest of it with us, we got the timer up there, and there are links in the description below to watch on Peacock or right here on YouTube. Nosferatu and The Witch are Ashton's favorite Eggers films. I still haven't seen Nosferatu. I might wait for streaming on that one. Cunningham should have signed Miller to an employment contract back then. Yeah. Well, yeah, there was a whole bunch of stuff not really figured out when the time was right to do that, you know. What's happening, Coy? So great to see you, man. Hope you are doing well today. And look at that, everyone. Happy Sanjo. Our guy Coy has gifted 5 Davy Death Ray memberships. That reminds me, I was going to gift 5 Davy Death Ray memberships myself. So let's see who got those 5 memberships there from Coy. Where are they? Where are they? Man, come on, YouTube. Get with it. All right. So Her was gifted a channel membership. Gervais's Unscripted Sports was gifted a membership. Tales from the Shelf was gifted a membership. Creepin 666 was gifted a membership. And Ben Grimm was gifted a membership. Welcome to Death Squad channel membership, y'all. And let me go ahead and do a little bit of that myself. How about it? Gonna gift 5 more right now. Boom, there it is. Oh yeah, 5 memberships. Dynamite Tiger, DJ Plays Favorites, Awesome Destroyer, NRU Cody, and Colin Murdy were all gifted channel memberships. Welcome to Death Squad channel membership, everyone. Thank you so much, Coy. Really appreciate you, not only for gifting the memberships, but also for reminding me to gift some memberships, because sometimes I get on autopilot when I hop on in with you guys. Yeah, I'm sure it'll kick ass, Jamie. Jordan, how in the ever-loving hell did mall security robots have frickin' laser beams attached to their frickin' heads? They're part shark. We have sea bass. Are they ill-tempered? Quite. Doing great, Coy. Thank you so much for asking, man. Yeah, I just woke up this morning, watched a little YouTube, put together some stuff for the channel here, put together that Ask Me Anything stream, thanks to you guys meeting the super chat goal from yesterday. And yeah, just been getting ready for this one as well. Hell yeah, man. Set up your 4K. Looking forward to our stream on Wednesday. Language. Let's keep it down to a dull roar. This guy. The fuckers out there waiting for us. Hell yeah. Beautiful. That's what I use the road as well. Jordan says, or Brandon says, Jordan, I got hired one time because the guy interviewing me had a shark laser pointer on his desk, and I asked, "Is that a freaking shark with a freaking laser beam on its head?" I got hired at a Blockbuster in Bozeman, Montana once because the manager asked me the last movie that I saw, and it was Fletch, which is one of my favorite comedies of all time. And he was like, "That's when I knew I was going to hire you," because he's a massive Fletch fan as well. What's happening, Dynamite? Yeah, man. You are welcome for the channel membership gift. Hope you enjoy that. We have fun hangouts with the channel members. Always a good time, just kicking it, a little more intimate. I know I'm, really responsive to all the chats and everything on all of the streams here, but even more so on those members only streams. I don't know, like between the computer and the rest of the setup, 1200, something like that. Without the computer, it really wasn't that bad. I already had the microphone, so I bought the camera, a Focusrite box to power the microphone, and then yeah, I mean, little, paying for StreamYard and stuff like that. So some of the cost is ongoing. But I mean, if you already have a computer, you can get a YouTube channel going for just a couple $100, really. I mean, you just, I would say audio is more important than visual. Yeah, not the biggest fan of Fletch Lives, but I will say this, Dynamite Tiger. I really liked Confess Fletch with John Hamm. I think it's on Paramount Plus. Really, really funny. That movie should have gone to the theater. I've watched it like 3 or 4 times. I think that John does a really, really good job playing the character, and I think the movie is a breeze to watch. It's all ball bearings these days. What, you guys need a refresher course? Eli, you're too sweet. Eli dropping his member chat says, y'all are the best community on YouTube, and Davey has the best channel. That's too sweet. Too sweet, Eli. Thank you so much, man. Oh, Jamie saw Fletch in the theater. Surprise, surprise. Drink every time Jamie says she saw a movie in the theater. Jordan. Yeah, if you like the Chevy Chase Fletch, I will say that John Hamm's Fletch is maybe not as, Chevy Chase brings his own kind of thing to it, but the character is all, the character is a perfect character for Chevy to play. And John does a really good job of playing the character. Maybe not as silly as Chevy would have done it, but really, really close. I've heard that it's closer to the way Fletch is in the book. The movie is really funny, and he's so charming. I'm not the biggest John Hamm fan in like film. Like in Top Gun Maverick, I really like that movie, but he sort of like pulled me out of it a little bit. But in Confess Fletch, man, I mean, I recommend checking it out. It's got that Marcia Gay Harden in it. She is friggin' hilarious. Some actors and actresses that I've never really seen in anything else, and they were really charming as well. Very rewatchable, just like the original Fletch for me. Absolutely, Paula. We love seeing you. Ashton. Do you want us to get alcohol poisoning, Davey? No, never, never. What's happening, John? Welcome to the chat. You're hanging with the Death Squad. Everybody make John feel welcome. He says Chopping Mall is on 24/7 on Shout Studios YouTube page since December. Yeah, and YouTube is actually hosting the movie as well. I think both versions are censored, but it's there. I don't know what my New Year's resolution is. Just to be a better me, be more self-sufficient. It's the way to go. Same movie over and over again. Just like A Christmas Story on Christmas. Yeah, Brandon, I remember that. Fletch 1, I think is what they were going to call it, like WON 1. There's a whole bunch of Fletch books, so they've got plenty of material to just keep on making movies. Jason Lee as Fletch would be perfect because I think Jason Lee, his whole acting style is very similar to Chevy in Fletch. Boom. Brandon's goal is to be more mobile. Jamie will have a lot of movies to talk about, says Ashton. Yes. I'm looking forward to Jamie's return. The return of Jamie Hart. Hey, don't cuddle me too much. We just met. I don't even remember your name. Just wait it out. Oh, nope, can't. Because the robot's cutting a hole through the steel door. Beady, beady, beady. Return of the Mac. There you go. Ooh, she's feisty. How many arms do these things need? I mean, just because you put up the targets doesn't mean you should be standing in front of them, people. Brandon says, I think Jamie is the only one who saw more movies in the theater than I did back in the day. I used to live at the theater. Yeah, it was a lot more affordable to go see a bunch of movies back in the day. This must have been shot during Christmas time. They have some Christmas decorations there in the window. Oh, right in the gut. Your perfect stomach was shot. No. Well, you really call a robot a son of a bitch? Guess so. He just gives himself up. Simple as that. Oh, thanks, John. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm a big old nerd over here. I got Jaws behind me, and I've got The Thing. That Thing poster, you can't tell from here, guys, but it is signed by John Carpenter. I know, Jordan. What a waste of great ass. It's so quiet. There you go. Do it, Ferdy. Ferda. Ferda boys. That's unnecessary. House of Almonds. A whole shop in the mall called House of Almonds? Are there that many kinds of almonds? Seems to be very specific. Your hair's great. Mhm. Get those fingers out of your mouth. You don't know where those fingers have been. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, big Dawn of the Dead fan. Halloween, of course. And Mystery Science Theater. Right up there. My favorite TV show of all time. Yeah, Jordan, what in the fuck? What is House of Almonds? Yeah, I gotta run by the mall. Go to House of Almonds. Birdie. Oh, Ferdinand. There you go. That's probably what it is. What's happening, Shay? How are you doing, man? Hope you're having a great night. I guess it's very late out there in the UK. In the old U Kizzle. We're already, I mean, we're 17 minutes away from this movie being over. It's going to be over before we know it. And then what are we going to do? And then what are we going to do, guys? You probably just want me to leave. After the movie's done, just end the stream. No talking, no nothing. Just get the hell out. Yeah. I haven't seen one either. He's halfway down to buy me toys by now. Brandon Collins, I love Mystery Science Theater 3000. My favorite episode is either The Final Sacrifice or Werewolf. Those are really good sci-fi era episodes right there, Brandon. Those are solid, man. Yeah, I'm a huge fan. Beast of Yucca Flats is one of my favorites. I love the two shorts that are on that one about Puerto Rico and one about creating a budget. Another sci-fi era episode that stands out to me would be Space Mutiny. I really love Space Mutiny quite a bit. Werewolf, though, with Joe Estevez. So good. That werewolf, that woman that's just smoking hot, but a terrible actress. Top notch. Chef's kiss. Andrew Fantasia. Welcome to the chat, man. You're hanging out with the Death Squad. Andrew says, I can't stay because I have work, but I needed to hop in and say hello because Chopping Mall is one of my favorite pieces of 80s cheese ever. Also, check out Jim Kata, 1985, if you haven't seen it. I've got a copy of Jim Kata on DVD. That one's really fun, kind of like a death game sort of thing, game of death sort of, really, really fun. Very cheesy, but yeah, amazing. American Ninja meets the Hunger Games. House of Almonds, nuts in bulk. Werewolf? That's unbelievable. Yeah, throwing the gun. That's the most effective way to use that weapon. Just throw it. These bots turn into cornholio before a kill. Yes. I am the great cornholio. You have TP for my bunghole? I enjoy the sluts too. I poop too much. So Rousdower, is that a stupid name? We will Rousdower. His dad is Larry Zonka. I love that. Quit holding your front butt. Now, all of a sudden, we've got some medieval kind of fantasy music going on. Little Zelda vibe here with the tunage. Yeah, I'm going to need that trash can. Oh, here's the pet store, Antonis. Maybe this is the spot. Oh, those poor dogs. They didn't deserve this. My face. I don't really know. I've got we can talk offline about it because I'm not as savvy with that kind of stuff, so I'd have to do some digging. Aaron says, saw Chopping Mall in 2023 at a horror movie drive-in marathon event with my two daughters. I'd seen it before, but the event made it that much more fun. The girls loved the flick. Oh, yeah. I mean, a movie like this, watching it with a rowdy crowd. Oh, there's the tarantulas and a snake. That's wild. Real tarantulas. I want a tarantula. I would name her Chula. Which Friday the 13th movie from the 80s is the best? Well, my favorite is Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives from 86. The bots also sound like Jesse Ventura waiting for this one to say, I ain't got time to bleed. Oh no. Kind of like Bill S. Preston Esquire. Bill S. Preston Esquire and Ted Theodore Logan are sort of like the Beavis and Butthead of their time. Similar looks. Fake spiders. Love it. Love to see it. Yeah, the Rode that I have, it's the Procaster, but it's not like a USB version. It's just a tried and true, just XLR. So that's why I need the Focusrite to power it. Do 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 do. I just want the music. Little Garfield poster back there. Love it. Yeah, dead giveaway. I did not see Cockstarter. No, missed it. What is it? Chicken feed? Oh, this whole movie's a Cockstarter kit. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, she's pint sized. The robot's getting anxiety now. Oh, how'd you miss that, robot? Come on. Come on. She may be small, but her nostrils are big. Yeah, just fall, whatever. It's just 50 feet. Where's the friggin' Orange Julius? Speaking of Annie Ann's, where's the damn Orange Julius? Come on, I need a hot dog and a smoothie that's not a smoothie. Whoa! Was that a Michael Jordan cutout, cardboard cutout? The cock from Cockatoo is framed perfectly. Nice, Koi. I bet it looks great. I mean, even the version on Peacock looks really good. I can only imagine the Vestron probably looks amazing. I don't know what that one looks like. I'll have to check it out. Oh, is that like Ellis from Die Hard? Me too, Paula. Brandon, I don't know that I'm sure who Ralph Sampson is. I'll have to look it up. Jordan's just so distracted here. She landed right in the middle of that canopy. Shouldn't she have been impaled? Oh, just noticed her butt. Nice. Squirrel. Yeah. Yeah. What's going on here? What is she doing? What are you going as? She has a lot of free time here, working on her little art project. Dean's got to run to go to work. Thank you so much for kicking it with us, Dean. I was hoping you'd be able to watch the whole thing. I'm sorry, man. Oh yeah, it's about that time for you to head out. I think you had said that 7:45. Hope you have a great night at work, my guy, and we will see you next time around. Take care. Floor isn't the only thing that's slippery when wet. Whoa, 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 I'm stuck on the paint. I'm Cornholio. Oh, with the echo and everything. Boom. Oh, and it's just shaking the whole thing. Oh, secondary explosion. Oh, damn. All right. They really used a lot of the budget on this one. How did they pull that off? I wonder if that's a different setup just made to look like the mall. Beady, beady, beady. Eh. Sounds great, Dean. Have a great night, man. We'll see you next time around. Oh, gotcha. I'll have to look him up. Is she the only one that's alive? Her and Ferda? Epic music here. I was just learning to love. You forgot the power glove. Have a good one, Nicholas. Thanks for kicking it with us, bud. Thank you so much for being a channel member as well. You want a TP roll? Oh, it's a happy ending ish. I mean, the only two people that lived. And just like at the end of Night of the Living Dead, the cops come in and shoot them, thinking that they were the ones causing the problem the whole time. And holy cow, guys, just like that, I think we're there. Boom. Wow. So really, it's just an hour and 13 minutes with credits. That soundtrack is so good. Tony O'Dell. Russell Todd. What's happening, Carrie Emerson? All right. Oh, Barbara. Oh, Barbara. Babs. Nick Siegel looking smarmy. Look at that smile with the gum. Yeah, John Terlesky. Love him. Oh, Susie Slater gets the freeze frame on the blown up head. All right. Mary Warrenoff looking her up. And good old Richard Miller. Dickard. Moral of the story, sex equals death. Yeah, this is what happens when you screw around literally in someone's shop. Oh, they want me to watch Cutting Class after this one. How about that? All right, guys. That was Chopping Mall from 1986. Wow. What a breeze. That's so easy to watch that movie. Hardly took any effort at all. You guys were great in the chat, keeping it very lively, especially, Jordan keeping things extra lively there. Auto playing Killer Clowns for Tyler. Not a bad movie to follow up with from Chopping Mall for sure. Killer Clowns is great. Not a whole lot of chopping in the movie, but what fun. Yeah, I guess they didn't want to call it like Laser Robot Mall. Doesn't have the ring. Chopping Mall, that's a good ring. Got a good ring to it. That head explosion was top notch. Not quite Scanners quality, but very well done. I agree, Jordan. Yeah, I've never seen Cutting Class. That's the Brad Pitt one, though. I'll have to watch it sometime. Never doing a first time watch on a stream ever again after the experience with Demons because I really dug that movie, but I wasn't really able to pay attention trying to watch it with you guys for the very first time. Yes, you are absolutely right, Aaron. That is the moral of, a large majority of 80s horror movies for sure. Yeah, absolutely. There's something about the, with the lovemaking and it's like the act that creates life, and then the killing is the act that ends life, and having those things together is sort of like what gives slashers, like their juice a little bit. Yeah. What a time to be alive in the 80s. I mean, I was just 4 years old when this movie came out. So unlike Jamie Hart, I didn't get to catch this one in the theater. But really happy that I watched it earlier this year, and really pumped to watch it with you guys. That was great. Let's see here. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. Really appreciate Koi for dropping the 5 membership gifts. That's awesome. And then I went ahead and dropped a 5 as well. So our channel membership community just keeps on growing. We're somewhere around 90, in between 90 and 100 right now, which is wild when you look at the sub count for the channel. Really, really cool that not only are people gifting memberships, but I've found that a lot of people that are gifted memberships, they hang around for a while. So really cool to have our community just keep on growing here. Aaron says it's more fun when you've seen it at least once anyways, Davey, because you can give a bit more informed commentary. Yeah, for sure. I'm not just sitting there like asking like, what's happening? I'll give a 3. The freaking laser beams were pretty bad, but the eye candy made up for it. Yeah, so thank you for reminding me there, Big Rod. We do have that poll going on. So now that hopefully everyone here has seen it, we actually have 42 votes on that poll. That's incredible. Thank you guys so much for participating in that. 43 votes now, and 42% of people say it's 3 stars. 35% say 4 stars. 16% say 2, and just 7% of folks say 1 star. So it looks like most of you guys really enjoyed that. Now we have 44 votes. 3 stars is the winner on that one. So I'll go ahead and close that poll here in just a sec. I'll give you guys a minute to jump on in there and vote if you haven't yet. Brandon says, great stream. I'll try to be here more often. Heading out. Take care, Davey, and everyone. Have a great rest of your Saturday, Brandon. Hope you have an awesome rest of your weekend. And yeah, man, I go live multiple times a week. So hit that notification bell and you'll get a little heads up there a half hour before I go live next time. Anthony Mendiola. What's happening, Anthony? I think, is this your first time jumping on in? You got the Bud icon there. Bud Bundy says the drive-in will never die. I hope, I've never been to a drive-in. I think we have one out here in Phoenix. I've got to go check it out because growing up where I grew up, out in Alaska, they just didn't have a drive-in. It's too cold and too rainy up there. But I know we've got one here in the Phoenix area. So I do need to go and check that out and really, live that drive-in experience for sure. Gene gave it a 3. Hell yeah, Gene. Jamie says, yes, I'm old, but I was lucky. Yeah, getting to watch all those movies back in the day. All of us men have a big rod after that eye candy. Oh, Aaron. Oh, love to see it. Thank you, Necro. Have an awesome rest of your day, man. We will see you next time around. Randomly popped in first time. Well, guys, you're hanging out with the Death Squad here, Anthony. Everybody make Anthony feel welcome. Yeah, we do watch parties all the time, Anthony. I have a late night talk show every Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern where I usually bring on a guest and we have like a topic of discussion, or, if they're in the creative world, like an actor or writer, director, I interview them about what they do. Every now and then on late night, it's called Late Night with the Davey. And every now and then I just go on solo and we cover a topic with the chat. But yeah, I'm really big into the community here. Love interacting with everybody, getting to know everyone and just watching that community grow. So if you dig this kind of stuff, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. At least give me a chance. And, if you end up not digging it and you want to bail, then I couldn't be mad at you. But just give us a shot and pop on in next time. And yeah, I'm actually doing an Ask Me Anything on Monday. So if you want to get to know me a little bit more, you can pick my brain about whatever random topics. I'm a big music and movie fan, and I'm a sports fan. I'm kind of a little bit of a pop culture nut, and as I'm sure you can tell, I like to talk and blah blah blah. So if you dig that, come on by, man. Always welcome. Tyler says driving is even better if you can tailgate. Yeah, you got to fill up the car with some snacks, get a group of people and just have a little party there. Field of Screams podcast says, have a nice night, guys. Thank you so much for kicking it with us. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next time around. Slasher Fred, what's happening, Slasher Fred, says this movie kind of feels like a Terminator ripoff, where instead it is centered around supposed robot security guards at the mall. I mean, I don't think it feels like a Terminator ripoff, but there's definitely that robot element. But that was really popular in the 80s, So the Terminator to me feels a lot different because it's a humanoid robot. sent from the future to destroy humanity. So a way loftier, bigger concept, whereas this is just a very simple idea, kind of like a short story that's turned into a cyber slasher, as I will call it. Whereas, people say that the Terminator it's basically just a slasher. I think that's a bit too simple. I think the Terminator has slasher elements, but to me, it's definitely like like the club in the movie. It's like a tech noir thriller, like a sci-fi thriller. I mean, the first 20 minutes have a lot of slasher elements, but after that, it gets really leans into the sci-fi and the noir side of it all. Anthony says, I got Chopping Mall on VHS. It's solid, but not like amazing. Just my opinion. Yeah, it's a popcorn movie, right? It's just a really fun time. I love movies that are easy to watch and just a romp, not looking for every movie to change my life. There certainly have been movies that have done that, and that's always cool, and that happens, and you find something that really resonates with you on every level. But something like Chopping Mall, yeah, I just have a really good time watching it, and especially when it comes to like these watch parties, it's really fun just to have something, relatively light. So it's more fun to kick it with you guys, and Jordan Decker can jump on in and say a bunch of filthy stuff and entertain all of us. There's some obviously shared qualities, says Aaron, but definitely don't think it's a Terminator ripoff. Yeah, I mean, the robot thing is the only thing, but it's such a wild difference from, the Terminator, for sure. All right. Well, holy cow. That was Chopping Mall from 1986. What a fun time. An absolute, what did I just call it? A romp. Yes, it is an absolute romp. Very easily digestible. I feel like you could watch this movie a couple times a year, and I totally get why they would show it at like a horror movie film festival. It just seems like, a total breeze for sure. Boom, there it is from Jordan. Yep. I know you, Jordan. At least I know you well enough to know what to expect when you jump in the chat. All right, guys, that was a hell of a lot of fun. Romp is a great word for it, says Jamie. Absolutely. I think so too. Thanks for backing me up on that one, Jamie. You didn't leave me hanging. I'm going to go ahead and close out the poll at 44 votes. 41% of people say it's 3 stars. 34% say 4 stars. 18% say 2 stars, and just 7% say 1 star. So I would say it's a resounding success that we watched this one. And yeah, guys, if you dig this kind of thing, every week or so I could go to YouTube and just see what the free movies are, and we could do a vote on, checking something out that's just very easily accessible, even for the folks that don't have, physical copy or don't have a million streaming service subscriptions, such as myself. No worries, Tyler, even if you didn't get your vote in. What would you have called it, Tyler? What would you have voted it as? 3 stars, maybe? Something like that? I don't know. I know, I'm just voting for you. How about that? Yeah, guys, this was awesome. Tomorrow night, I don't know if I'm going to be... I might be jumping on to Sledgehammer Horror's stream of the Lions-Vikings game to offer some color commentary. I'm a big sports nut, like I just said a couple minutes ago, and love American football. 3 feels good. I love American football, the band, and I also love American football, like the NFL and NCAA. So that'll be fun. I'm not sure if I'm going to be hopping on there, but it sounds like Ken is open to having me on, so we'll see if that happens. If nothing tomorrow, I may end up doing a members only stream, so keep an eye out for that for all the members out there. And Monday during the day, 1 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to do the Ask Me Anything. That's going to be live. So if you want to participate in that, of course, you can drop your questions during the live. But if you'd like to, you can go to the stream, drop a comment, and leave your question in the comment. Or you can comment on the community post that I dropped earlier today, just so, if you want to participate in that Ask Me Anything. I've never done one of those before, but you guys helped me reach my super chat goal yesterday, so I agreed to do an Ask Me Anything. You guys actually matched another super chat goal, so over the next couple weeks, I'm going to be rehearsing some of my original songs, and I'm going to put on a little concert for everyone as to meet the agreement on that second super chat goal that you guys completed yesterday. So thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I will be back later on this week. So yeah, maybe tomorrow, but for sure Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you're going to see me here live. On Monday and Wednesday, I'll be live on this channel. On Tuesday, I'm going to be on Frank's Media and Reviews. So set your notification for that. You do not want to miss that one. It's going to be amazing. We've got Cody Leach, Haunted Hippie, Sledgehammer Horror, myself, and is it Beyond the Grave? Is that the name of the fourth one? I've still got that brain fog trying to remember. So yeah, I'll be all over the place this week, guys. Really appreciate you. Shout out to all the subscribers, all the Patreon members, all the channel members, and of course my amazing Death Squad mods. You guys are incredible. You guys, all of you fuel everything we do here at the channel. Really appreciate you. If you want to get some Davey Death Ray gear, there is a link for the merch shop in the description below. As you can see in the ticker right there, we've just relaunched the merch shop. We have new designs. We have brand new gear. If you use the code EARLYBIRD, you get a 10% discount at checkout. So go ahead and poke around on the shop and see if there's something that you like there. If there's something you don't see that you really want me to put on the shop, reach out to me through Insta or Twitter. Again, link in the description below, and let me know what you're looking for and I can add it to the shop. Really appreciate you guys so much. That is going to be it for this stream. I will be back, though, later on this week. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. And until next time, I've been and will continue being Davey Death Ray. Take care.